Hello everybody and welcome back to Middle-earth. This is Count MRVHS with another episode of our 4th Age Total War Dwarves campaign, and we are in an unusual position here as a minor reinforcing force. Our allies of Dale have stepped it up a notch. They have brought a pretty sizable army through our territory to attack our enemies, the Beornings. And we are showing up with Lieutenant Gimli and 71 of the hardiest woodmen mercenaries you ever saw. We're going to see how this goes. The army of Dale is not the best. They don't have too many archers, excuse me, or high-level units. And the Beornings do have some high-level units, some pretty fearsome axemen, some war dogs, and so I'm a bit worried this is going to be a slaughter. So here's the army of Dale. They do have some cavalry, which may help. You can see they've got a lot of these Barding militia, which is their tier 1 infantry. They do have a single unit of black spears, very good unit. Some Dale Watch, tier 2. And a full unit of Barding longbowmen, with a few other archers just very under strength. They've got 5 units of cavalry. It's all this Dale Mounted Watch, which is their lowest tier of cavalry, but should give them a bit of mobility at least. And you can see I am commanding a single unit of woodmen, mercenary, axemen. And there's the commander here, standing shoulders beneath them. So let's just watch how this battle unfolds, and we'll see how much we feel like running to aid our Beorning, or our Dale allies here. The Beorning force has a good amount of archers, I think 3 or 4 units. And they're marching forward here to start the skirmish. They've got some of these Beorning axemen, which cause fear, are effective against armor. They do have their share of low-tier stuff, such as these woodman spears and these woodman axes. But they also have some cav, looks like 3 units of their woodmen riders, and a couple units of Beorning war dogs, which are also a problem in terms of morale. It looks like Dale is off to a good start, swinging its cavalry around to the left. But let's see how the AI plays this. Are they going to capitalize on this, or are they going to throw it away? I'm worried that they're just going to get shot down or just get stuck into some melee fight that they can't really win. These mercenaries of mine are not going to be that much of a help. But if we can toss them in to help a little bit, it might be worth it. And we're just going to stand here and get charged. Okay. Interesting choice. We're winning the fight. Or Dale is, I should say. But this is where the problem's going to come in. The Beorning axemen are losing slightly. Oh, that's good. Evenly matched. Nice. So the fight is starting in earnest. It looks like the lines are meeting here. We already got some routers on Dale's side. The center is very weak with these Barding militia. It's not going to be good them routing through their own men. Here's the Black Spears. They are fighting against the Beorning axemen, who have been cut down fairly. So, you know what? Let's run in. If we can maybe perform some flanking aid, that would be good. Okay, they're attacking these Beorning war dogs who are losing heavily. I've got to say I'm surprised at how well this cavalry's doing. I don't think they're going to hold out, though, because we've still got 35 Beorning axemen who are going to be pretty good at cutting down these riders. I've got to think. Who's the leader? It's a captain on both sides, so there's not going to be any morale boosts from generals in this fight. Again, another routing unit, this time cav, which is not good. I think that was Dale's one advantage, and that's going to cause militia to begin to rout as well. On the other hand, Beorning axemen routing is really great news for us. But it looks like our right is just shattered. And the war dogs are pursuing them, and the problem is these guys are causing fear, so I don't think these guys are going to come back. The Beorning longbowmen are just going to skirmish away until they can't, and then probably rout fairly soon thereafter. And I think this is going to be where it all falls apart. You see, we've got several units here who are just not engaged, whereas we've already had some routing in this part of the fight. Right, and they did not manage to completely shatter this side either with the cap, and they are quite weak. And here we see the rout continuing, so good luck, Dale people. I think we're going to head back to the fort if we can. Well, it looks like we've got the general of the Dale army cornering some Beorning war dogs, and you know, maybe that'll help, but just the center's completely gone. Looks like some regrouping from the right side of the field. And those war dogs are now routing, but they're going to get charged from woodman riders, and we've got woodman bows, as well as just all this infantry. And there goes our general. Well, it was a valiant fight. Some men are still holding on here. "23 black spears left in the unit." That's not really enough, even if they do regroup, to cause any damage, considering we've got an almost full unit of Beorning axemen here, a bunch more archers. Their army's just going to hound them until the end here, so we'll just speed it up. It was a nice gesture, I'll say that. Very nice of Dale to march through the winter to come and attack the Beornings needlessly for us. Alright, so clear defeat. We didn't lose anything. Yeah, so that kind of tells a lot. But it was a nice gesture. Okay. Oh, interesting. So we were besieging this orc hold, and inside was the faction leader of Dunlend, and I was just waiting out the siege, but he must have died of old age, and this is really odd. Why can I not assault? Alright, the game is confused. I'm going to lift the siege. There we go. I've never had that happen before, where the garrison just completely dies out before they starve out, you know? Okay, we're going to lay desolate to this. This is a filthy orc hold. And, you know, I'm not going to worry too much about this. We'll just destroy the orc den. And then we'll pull the army out. Let's see the garrison size. 65%. Garrison size. So let's see if we can... We can't get there this turn. Oh, that's too bad. Well, how many men do we have here? 40, 70, so 100. Maybe 150 would be you know, enough. Let's put this guy in there. So that should be enough to prevent it from completely rebelling this turn. Then we'll get those other guys in there. And now what we can do... Oh, they're going to be very close. Let's bring this guy over here. And bring these guys right next to him. We've got this army of Dunlend to worry about, so what I want to do... Oops. Yeah, we'll take pretty much all of our dwarves out. We can definitely deal with that. put them all in that army. And maybe even some other stuff. Can't retrain these guys here anyway, so we may as well get them back up to full, and I'll see how many men we can get away with bringing over. That's great. Okay, so we're going to have a few more family members added onto this stack next turn, and then we can bring them down and hopefully deal with this army and then threaten Anghal. Okay, so we at least got the Misty Mountains hold today. We've got another emissary in Nereg Zigil in case we need it. $15,000 this turn. Alright, 1, 2, 3. I want to get 4 hireling spears at least. Alright, now the dwarves are just about unique in that they can make stone walls anywhere. They don't necessarily need the stone resource like I think the Dunedain factions do. I could be wrong there, but the dwarves can build stone walls just anywhere they are. So I don't think we need to really worry about that. Certainly not here. But let's see. We'll go with the king's coffers there. That's going to help population growth, which is really needed. But otherwise, I think we're good in the north. Let's take another look over at Tham. Okay, so we weren't attacked last time, but we can attack Raycoast. We can build in Tham. Let's see. These slingers versus the mercenary type have a bit more upkeep, a bit less oomph, I think. Although they also start with less experience, so I think we won't worry about building slingers. We'll just those spears should be fine. And do I want to assault now? I mean, I probably do. But let's see what else needs doing first. I want to make sure we've kind of done everything here. So in the Old Ford region, can finally retrain and even train some hirelings. And if we go to the way station, we'll be able to train hireling woodmen, axemen, which again is not going to be hugely helpful to us, but it'll be one step closer to getting the hireling guards, which are going to be much more effective. Gundabad also finished completing a Dwarven Hall. Okay, great. So we get the Dwarven Hall in these forts. We can get hireling spears. So yeah, we'll do that. And we're spending more money than I would like, but I think that's okay. Tharbad is really just fortifying this line for some reason. But at least they're not attacking me. Alright, do we need to take care of Raycost? Let's do it. Okay, so they've actually got a reinforcing. Did I not notice this? Okay. Well, I don't want to assault the town if I can just attack this army. There we go. I like that a lot better. So now the town's going to show up as reinforcements. All right. And now we're fighting in the open instead of fighting in the city streets, which negates the Wainbow advantage and the Cav advantage. So we may not get the city on this fight, but I just like these types of battles a lot better than assaults. Okay, I'm glad we get a lot of our longbowmen back, so let's keep them in the back. And General closer. We are attacking, and the city is over there. There we go. Right along the top of the tree line, we can see it. So we kind of want to stay out of the woods, I think. Okay. let's just march towards them.
Even more men. No matter, we will count the dead later.
Yeah, they're coming through the trees. And so hopefully we'll be up here well before they are, but they're probably going to gain on us. I'd just rather have them have a lot longer to run back to town so that we have some chance of thinning out that garrison. Okay, we'll stop right there. And there's actually no cavalry in this force. The warband wants to chase my Wayne bows. I should probably let them do that. It'd be nice if my archers didn't get right in the way, but... So I do have to get these guys off the field if I want to take the city.
From the field like frightened goats, hunt them down and slay them all.
Okay, we've got their cav here, and there's their chieftain's guard. It looks like they're retreating. Yeah, well, that's fine. I know that means we don't get the city this turn, but we'll just besiege it again. I don't think I want to risk my cavalry getting in fights in the woods, so we'll just harass with the Wayne bows. And so I know that the general or the governor of this army is a family member. And so even if we were to eliminate all of these troops, we would not get the city. Because he's not just going to fade away like a captain would. Maybe we can push these guys into a route, but yeah.
The enemy army runs. Now hunt them down.
Okay. Alright, so a clear victory there. We lost about 23 or so. And did a good number on them. Even the garrison army, we took out about half. So that's very nice. We'll have to besiege the settlement again. Not a big deal. And maybe they'll attack us this time, who knows. Alright, doesn't look like any big armies coming from the north. Okay, but I think that's a good spot for us to end the episode. When we come back, we will see about finally pressing further into the west to take out the Dunlending core homelands, and they're down to just these 3 settlements. And if we play our cards right, we might be able to get a protectorate out of it, which would help us a lot in terms of stabilizing our borders and making even more money, even more obscene levels of money. And then maybe we can also take Raycost finally, and then begin our push for the last few settlements, which I'm thinking will be from around here. So thank you very much for joining me so far, and I will hope to check you out in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.